Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Wolfy here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the Cougar 6x6 mine-resistant ambush protected vehicle. The Cougar is an MRAP and infantry mobility vehicle structured to be resistant to landmines and improvised munitions. It is a family of armored vehicles produced by Force Protection Inc., which has manufactured ballistic and mine-protected vehicles. The vehicles are integrated by Spartan motors. These vehicles are protected against small arms, landmines, and improvised explosive devices, aka IEDs, using a combination of design features and materials to protect both the crew and engine compartments against a wide range of attacks. A monocoque type V-shaped hull extends to the engine bay and serves to direct the blast away from under the vehicle. The dual air conditioners help keep heavily dressed troops from overheating in temperatures of over 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius in Iraq. So yeah, really interesting vehicle. Really cool. Kind of goes along with our Buffalo, which was made by the same company, Force Protection Incorporated. So yeah, really interesting vehicle. In front of us, we have the 6x6 version. There is the kind of more standard version, which is the 4x4 version. But the kind of more armored transport type is the 6x6, as you can see in front of us. Overall, I really love this truck. I think it came out really good, looks super beefy, and overall looks awesome. I did build this in a live stream a few nights ago, so make sure to check that out if you guys are interested in maybe seeing the kind of process of building it and all that. So that is available on the channel. It's was in my 25th live stream, and you can find that video from a few days ago. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the vehicle. And actually, before we do, real quick, we want to mention big thanks to Patreon supporter Fernand Weinchter for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, where you guys already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is down in the description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month and earn a vehicle request of your choosing. Helps me out big time with the channel and all that stuff, and supports my work, and is always much appreciated. And of course, you earn the benefit of getting a few vehicle request of your choice every month that you are a patron. So definitely feel free to check that out. Again, link is always in my video descriptions. Anyways, let's go move into taking a look at the vehicle, see exactly where we're going ahead and getting into, and then we'll obviously move into the tutorial. So going ahead and getting started with, we have obviously the front up here, just the detailing, the front grille, bumper, headlights, all that stuff. Again, pretty standard truck stuff. As we work our way back, we have the kind of cab, so basically your driver, passenger here, and then you have the crew compartment on the back here. The version we have here is equipped with a mounted gun on the roof here to give a little bit more of a supportive role, being able to lay down covering fire for troops. We have a few instrument devices such as radio antennas and little communications thing right there. Along the sides, you got some boxes, basically for gear and extra equipment and all that stuff. We got spare tires mounted on the side here, and that's pretty much that. And then right here's the back door, so troops will be able to disembark from the back of the vehicle and all that. But overall, that's pretty much the Cougar MRAP. I think came out really good, looks super awesome and beefy, and again, it's going to look awesome in any kind of modern kind of American convoys or something like that rolling through the desert. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer number 1. Alright guys, going ahead and move into our first layer. We'll be going ahead and begin with layer number 1. For layer 1 to go ahead and get started with here, we'll be going ahead and placing down 2 narrow brick stairs upside down, back to back to each other. This right here is going to be the left front wheel. From this, we're going to go ahead and go to the second narrow brick stair back, place down a top slab going to the side here, iron trapdoor, narrow top slab, upside down stair, and a stair upside down coming off the back of it like so to create the front axle. From that, we're going to go ahead and skip a space, going back from these stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 2 of smooth sandstone slabs. Now, anytime I mention sandstone, just know that we will be using the smooth sandstone blocks, as they are a lot better for texture-wise on the side of the vehicle. So just know that in case I just say sandstone, just make sure you're always using the smooth sandstone. From this point here, we're going to go and then skip a space of 2 back, and then we're going to place down another set of 2 narrow brick stairs back to back to each other. So just like this. And then in between the stairs closest to the front here, we're going to go and place down a stone top slab on both sides, iron trapdoor in the middle like that. From this point, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing going back. So 2 narrow brick stairs here, upside down on both sides like that. Stone top slab, iron trapdoor, and a narrow stone top slab like that across the back there. And once that's finished there, we're going to go and then grab ourselves a birchwood trapdoor. And actually, my bad, these stone top slabs are going to go back one more. And we're going to have the iron trapdoor like that. So it should look something like this here for your back axles. Also, we can delete any placeholder blocks you may have placed. So it should look like this from above so far. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to go ahead and then skip a space back from the iron trapdoor here, and we're going to place down a birchwood trapdoor coming off of it like so. And once that's all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 1. Here's what it looks like from up above. And with that, that's going to wrap up the layer. Let's move into our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go around to each of these narrow brick stairs. You're going to place down 2 stairs on top of them, just like this, back to back, to go and make all 6 of our wheels. So once we're done with this, we should have 6 kind of distinct wheels, just like this, 3 on each side. And right there, we have our wheels done. From this point, we can go ahead and then go in between our axles here. We're going to place down an anvil in the middle, followed by a stone brick wall to both sides, and we can go ahead and do this to each one of these axles. So again, a anvil on top of that iron trapdoor, and a stone brick wall to both sides. Now once that's done, go ahead and go into the front here. We're going to place down a sandstone top slab coming off that anvil, followed by a birchwood fence gate on both sides. From that, we're going to place down a second sandstone top slab going forward, skeleton skull again to both sides, another brick top slab here in the middle, and then 1 and 2 sandstone top slabs on both sides like that. And then we just want to place down a birchwood fence gate coming off those top slabs to the side here. We're also going to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off that narrow brick slab, and also a birchwood sign coming off these 2 sandstone slabs. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and work our way back from this. Now, for this, we're going to go ahead and take our smooth sandstone blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sandstone blocks going back from this anvil to this anvil. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves sandstone walls, and along these 5 blocks, we're going to place down sandstone walls. And it's going to be the same thing over here on this side as well, like so. With that done, we can go ahead and then grab ourselves some stripped birchwood, and we're going to place down stripped birchwood on these 2 sandstone top slabs. And then come off these top slabs going toward the front, or basically going toward our front wheels, we can go and just place down a sandstone upside down stair, like so. Now on the side of these stripped birchwood logs, we're going to be going ahead and placing down tripwire hooks on both sides here. And then we want to go ahead and take our nether brick stairs, and for the spare tires, we're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair with a second stair coming off like that to go and make the spare tire. And we're going to be doing the same thing over here as well. So just like that. Once that's finished there, this middle space, we're going to go ahead and grab our sandstone blocks. We're going to place down 1 and 2 back in between these anvils, and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 sandstone walls there on the sides. When we go back to this section, we're going to place down a sandstone block here in the middle, and then go into the sides of it. We're going to be placing down a skeleton skull to both sides, followed by a birchwood fence gate coming off that block, and we want to have the fence gate opened up toward the back. And on the sides of the fence gate, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood sign, just like that for the back there. And once that's done, that's going to complete our structure. We're going to go ahead and now move into making these banners, which are an optional addition to the build. You can add them if you guys want to. They kind of add a nice look to the wheels, kind of make them a little bit more beefier for this vehicle. So we're going to move into showing you guys how to make those banners, but again, they are optional. You don't have to build them if you don't want to. Alright guys, moving into making these banners. To start with, we're going to be going and placing down a loom. We're going to go into the loom. We're going to place down a black banner in our loom like so. We're going to take our gray dye, and we're going to go do a line of gray dye here on the left side, so just like this. We're going to go and grab that banner. We're going to go and place down our second banner in there, and we're going to have gray dye as well. We're going to go do the line over here on the right side. So we should get these 2 banners here aligned on both ends, or on opposite ends. For this, we're going to go and put whichever banner you guys want to start off with. We're going to place that back into the loom, our black dye. We're going to go and select the line across the top and the line across the bottom here of black dye. So we should get a little gray dot there on the inside. And we're just going to go and do the same thing for this banner as well. So just like this. And you should now get these 2 banners, which will basically end up forming our wheels here. And to place them, you just want to place them like so that the gray portion is facing each other like this for each wheel. And again, we're going to go around to all 6 wheels and add this on. So just like that. And with that, that's how you make those banner wheels. And with that, we were completely done with layer number 2. And with that, let's move into layer number 3. Alright guys, going ahead and moving into our next layer, we'll be going ahead and moving into layer 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go ahead and go into this wither skeleton skull in the front here. We're going to place down a birchwood fence post on top of it. We then want to place down a loom on top of this sandstone top slab with a ladder coming off the side of the loom like that going forward. From this, we're going to go ahead and place down a sandstone wall to both sides of the loom, and then we're going to go ahead and then follow this up by placing down a birchwood sign there on both those sandstone walls. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a sandstone upside down stair, come off these sandstone walls like that, and then we want to place down item frames on the back of the stairs, followed by snowballs and them like that to go ahead and make the headlights. After that, we want to go ahead and take our sandstone slabs. We're going to place down 1 and 2 sandstone top slabs back, same thing over here as well, and then we're going to place down a sandstone full block on both ends, followed by a birchwood sign coming off the side of the slab. After that's done, we're going to place down a stone block that is going to be on top of this stair, or on top of this fence gate here on both sides. And then going back from it, we're going to place down a stone brick wall. And then the space in between here, we can just fill in with a row of 2 of stone blocks. Now we get to this point here, we're just going to take our smooth sandstone, place down a row across here to make that a row of 5 going all the way across. When we get to this point, we're going to go and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 blocks back. And we want to go and then grab ourselves our sandstone stairs, and we're going to be placing a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 sandstone upside down stairs. And it's going to be the same thing over here on this side as well, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go ahead and go to this nether brick stair, or these 2 upside down nether brick stairs. We're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs on top of them. And we can go ahead and then also grab these banners and do the same thing there for the spare tire mounted on the side there. In addition, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 birchwood trapdoors on top of these 2 stripped birchwood pieces. After that, we're going to place down a sandstone upside down stair on both sides, followed by a stone brick wall on top of these ones right here. And then we're going to go ahead and also place down a stone block in between them. After that, we're going to place down another stone block back, followed by what's going to be a sandstone upside down stair like so. And then same thing over here on this side. We're going to place down another stone block here in the middle. And again, another sandstone upside down stair to both sides. Now coming off these upside down stairs, we're going to place down another upside down stair. So you have this upside down stair so, and then coming off the back of this upside down stair, we're going to place down a second stair like that. And it's going to be the same thing over here as well. So just like that. Once that's done, we're going to place down we're actually going to place down a anvil that is going to go above this space. So real quickly, actually the anvil is going to go on top of this space, and then behind this we're going to have a stone block, so just like that. And then once that's done, we want to go ahead and again place our sandstone upside down stair going back. Off the stair, we're going to place down another upside down stair like that. Same thing over here, so like so. And then on the very back here, going back from the anvils, we're going to place down another stair that goes back, coming off this anvil here on both sides. And then we're going to place down a stone or a sandstone full block here on both sides in the corners. Now with that done, we can go ahead and also place down a skeleton skull coming off this anvil. And we can go and take a sign and place down signs here wrapped around this sandstone block. So it's like this on both sides here. We're going to also place down item frames on these sides of these blocks, and we can go ahead and go into our create a menu, grab ourselves some red stained glass, and we're going to place down red stained glass in those item frames like that. Now once that's done, that is going to almost wrap up this layer. One last thing, we're going to go to this sandstone stair and place down a wooden sign here on the side of it. And again, that'll be done on both sides there. And anyways, with that all done, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 3. Here's what it should look like from up above so far. And as you can see, it's starting to come together. That right there is going to complete layer 3. Let's move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4, to go ahead and get started, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of looms across the top here, and make sure that we have this side showing. We're also going to go ahead and take our ladders. We're going to place down a row of 3 ladders coming off those 3 looms. Over here on the right side, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post, and over on the left side, it is going to be a birchwood sign coming off the side of the loom. From this, we're going to go take our sandstone blocks. We're going to place down 2 rows of 3 of sandstone blocks going across. Over here on what will be the right side, we're going to place down a sandstone wall with a birchwood sign coming off the side of it, followed by a stripped birchwood log. And then coming off the side of the stripped birchwood log, we're going to be placing down a stone button like so. Over here on the other side, however, we're going to be going ahead and grabbing ourselves birch buttons. And we just want to place down a row of 2 of birch buttons along the side there. From that point there, we're going to place down another row of 3 of sandstone full blocks, followed by a lever on both ends. We're then going to place down a stripped birchwood log here on both sides, followed by a tripwire hook coming off the side of that birchwood log. From this, we're going to place down a sandstone block back on both sides, and coming off that sandstone block, we're going to have a lever flicked upwards as well. When we get to this point here, we're going to place down basically a row of 2 of sandstone blocks going back on both sides. Now over here on the left side, we're going to be going ahead and just placing down a skeleton skull coming off the second block, so right here. Over here on the right side, however, we're going to be going ahead and grabbing our stripped birchwood logs. We're going to place down 1 and 2 coming off these blocks on top of this wheel. And on the first stripped birchwood log here, we're going to place down a tripwire hook, and then follow that up by placing down a birchwood sign. From that, focusing in on our right side here, we're going to place down a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 more stripped birchwood logs going back, and we're going to have an alternating pattern of tripwire hooks and birchwood signs. So just like this, going all the way back here, and we should end with a tripwire hook on the back, and then on the side here, this block, we're going to place down a birchwood sign. Now once that's done, over here on the left side, we have something a little similar, but still a little different. We're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood fence gate on top of this sandstone upside down stair. We're going to have it aimed toward the back. We're going to go and then place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 birchwood planks along the side here, tripwire hooks on both sides, and we want to go and then place down 2 birchwood signs going across like that in between them. We can go and then take our sandstone blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're actually going to go and stop at 4, so we have this space left open in the back here. On the very back, we're going to be placing down a row of 3 of stripped birchwood logs. We then want to place down a stone button on both sides here in the middle, and then in the very middle spot, there's going to be a tripwire hook. And also on the side of this stripped birchwood log, we're going to be placing down a sign on the side of it like that. And anyways, once that's all complete there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for this layer. Again, make sure you pay attention to what's different on both sides. As you can see from above here, we do have a bit of a difference on the 2 sides. So just make sure you're taking that into account. And also one last thing, we're going to be placing down an end rod on top of this birchwood fence post in the front. Anyways, with that all complete, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer number 4. Let's move on to layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go and get started with here, we're going to place down an end rod up here on top of this one. We then want to take our birchwood pressure plates, we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 across the top here. We're then going to place down a birchwood trapdoor in the center, followed by a birchwood pressure plate to both sides, and then we want to place down another row of 3, this time of birchwood trapdoors. On this sandstone wall here to the right side, we're going to be placing down a wither skeleton skull on top of it, and also on top of the birchwood fence post here, we're going to place down a iron bar going up as well. From this point, we want to go ahead and focus in on our cab. So we're going to go ahead and take a light gray stained glass. We're going to place down a row of 3 across like so. We then want to go ahead and place down a birchwood fence post coming off of these blocks on both ends. Over here on the right side, we're going to be going ahead and placing down an item frame, followed by a glass pane in it. And we want to go ahead and then take our birchwood signs, and we're going to go and wrap them around the remaining 2 sides of this fence gate like so. Over here on the left side, we're just going to be placing down an item frame and a glass pane in it like that for the side mirrors. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a light gray stained glass block going back from this one here on both sides, and we also want to go ahead and place down a sandstone block like that on both sides with a lever on coming off the side of it and flick down to connect with the one below it. One thing I also want to go and mention that you guys can add is some black concrete, and this right here will just kind of close off this area on the inside here. We really don't have too much room for an interior with this build, unfortunately, so probably an interior is going to be ruled out for any of you guys wanting to build one, but we can just go ahead and close it off with some black concrete like that, and then in between these sandstone blocks we're going to place down light gray stained glass. Now when we get to this point, we're going to be going ahead and doing an alternating pattern here, making our little window slits here for basically the passenger compartment. So for this, we're going to place down an upside down stair, sandstone top slab like this, sandstone top slab, upside down stair, sandstone top slab, and an upside down stair like that going back. And we're going to go over the other side and do the same thing. So sandstone top slab, upside down stair, top slab, upside down stair, top slab, and an upside down stair just like that. After that's done, we're going to place down a I was right, a stripped birchwood log here on both sides, and the space in between them, we're going to place down a light gray stained glass block. When that's out of the way, we're also going to take stone buttons, and we're going to be placing down stone buttons on top of this birchwood plank here, or this birchwood log. And then we're going to go over here and place down a stone button here and here. And that's all we're going to do over here for the right side for now. And going ahead and going to the left side, we will be going ahead and grabbing ourselves a skeleton skull and an end rod. We're going to place down a skeleton skull come off the side of the stair, and also an end rod located right here. From this point, we can go ahead and grab our sandstone slabs. We're going to place down a row of 3 of top slabs coming off the back here, followed by a birchwood trapdoor coming off both ends of that row of 3. And we can go ahead and then take our light gray stained glass and just fill the space across in the middle there open so that the windows here appear to have that glassed over look. Anyways, that right there is going to wrap up layer number 5. With that, let's go ahead and move into what will be our final layers here, working on layers 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll basically build up the rest of the build. So with that, let's move into our last final layers. Alright guys, going to move into our final layers. We have layers 5 through 10. For this is going to basically cover all the remaining details we have left to do, basically blowing up the roof and all that fun stuff. So let's go and get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the front here to these end rods, and we want to go ahead and place down 2 blocks like this, one on top of the end rod and one going forward. We're going to go ahead and go to the right side of these blocks. We're going to place down 2 birchwood trapdoors on the side of them and close them so that they're up against the side of the blocks. And then we're going to break those blocks, and we have this little bit created in front here. Now I'm not sure exactly what this is used for 100%, but it is present on some of the versions of it. I think it looks cool, adds a little bit. Unfortunately, we can't get the trapdoors perfectly centered on this end rod, so you just kind of have to use your imagination, but for most angles, it looks pretty good. Once that's done, we're going to go to this iron bar right here. We're going to go ahead and build this up 1, 2, and 3 more iron bars going up, so you have a total of 4 there. Going to the back here, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood fence post on top of these 2 birchwood trapdoors, and going up from them, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars going up, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to go and place down an end rod on these 2 sandstone top slabs, and then taking our birchwood fence posts, we're going to place down 1 and 2 up, and 1 and 2 like that. We're also going to place down 1 end rod on top of this end rod over here on the back left side. Now with that out of the way, we have pretty much those done there. We're going to go and move up to our passenger right side side mirror. We're going to place down another birchwood fence post up like this, followed by a snow block, and then a skeleton skull on top of the snow block like so. And right there will pretty much complete all of our communications and all that stuff that we have on the vehicle. Moving into the actual vehicle itself, the actual cab and all that, we're going to be going ahead and starting off by placing a skeleton skull on top of this light gray stained glass block there in the middle. To the sides here on top of this fence post, we're going to place down a birchwood pressure plate. After that, we're going to place down a row of 3 of birchwood trapdoors going across this space like so. So just like that. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood trapdoor to both sides. Now in the middle space, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a birchwood fence gate. We're going to go ahead and then place down a sandstone slab going back from the fence gate to both sides of the sandstone slab. We're going to place down a sandstone stair, followed by a light gray stained glass block on both sides, and then coming off the side here of the light gray stained glass block, we're going to be placing down a birchwood sign. After that, we're going to place down another sandstone wall going back here on both sides, and then we're going to place down a sandstone up-down stair like that in the middle. Now the space in the middle here to go ahead and make the hatch, or basically just cover the space up, we're going to go ahead and put a birchwood trapdoor, just like that. Now going up from this, we want to go ahead and place down a sandstone slab on top of those 2 glass blocks, and also on top of this upside down stair. We're going to go ahead and grab our skeleton skulls, and the ones on the front here on these stairs, we're going to place at very slight angles on both sides, and the ones on the back here, we're going to place at 45-degree angles like that. So you should get something shaping wise for this front turret. We're going to go ahead and come back to it and build the gun there. We're just going to finish off the rest of the build going back. Anyways, from this point here, we're going to place down another row of 3 of birchwood trapdoors. We then want to place down a sandstone slab to the right side, or will be the left side of the vehicle, and then 1 and 2 trapdoors across. We're going to go and then place down 2 more rows of 3 of birchwood trapdoors going all the way across there to go and complete the roof. Now with that all done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 2 of birchwood slabs like that going across, and we want to go and then place down a with their skeleton skull like this come out the block, followed by 1 and 2 birchwood signs there along the side like that to go and make this little muffler here that kind of sticks off the back. And we're also going to place down levers here on the bottom of these blocks like so, and have them flicked in to connect up to the build itself like that. Anyways, once that's done, we have the kind of the structure of the build complete. If you do not want to include this gun up on top here, you can go and just take birchwood trapdoors and just cover the top completely with birchwood trapdoors. But yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and move into the gun. So for this, we're going to need some various materials here, and if you've built any of my guns before that I put on my vehicles, you're probably very familiar with this design, as it's pretty much the same thing that I typically use. To begin with, we're going to be placing down a anvil on top of this sandstone slab, followed by a nether brick upside down stair going forward of it, and then 2 end rods like that coming off of it going forward. Also on the back here of this anvil, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor, or dark oak wood fence gate, and open it up toward the anvil. Over here to the left side of the stair, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone top slab, followed by a power rail on top of it, and then a redstone repeater on top of this nether brick upside down stair with the notches flicked back like so. From this point, we want to go and then grab ourselves a dark oak wood sign. We're going to place down a dark oak wood sign here on the right side of this nether brick upside down stair. Coming off the fence gate, we're going to place down a trapdoor, and over here on this side as well. And then we want to go ahead and go on top of this trapdoor, and we're going to place down another one on both sides there and have them open up like that to create the front gun shield here to protect the gunner. And then the last thing we need to do here is to go ahead and just grab ourselves an item frame and also a black bed. We're going to place down an item frame on the side of this stair and a black bed in it, the item frame like that. And that right there will finish off the 50 cal gun mounted on the top there. And with that, that is going to wrap up my design for the 6x6 Cougar MRAP. Hope you guys do enjoy this design and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using it, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This has been anything from a side of the build, tweet to my channel, or this video if this does appear on social media sites. Just make sure you give me proper credit for it. That's all I ask for when doing these tutorials. Helps give me more exposure, helps my channel grow, and keeps me inspired to keep on posting these videos. So as long as you guys give me credit, you're free to use it for whatever projects you guys are working on. Other than that, again, a big thanks to Patreon supporter Fernand Weinchter for making this tutorial possible. And again, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is down in the description. And that, thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Jerick 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.